former champ of this rodeo. Rodeos for Gillette College. So we will take you right to chute 5. For a bareback rider that is in the top 10. Whoa! Yikes. Paint horse of John Forbes sends Colt O'Connor flying through the air. Folks, give him a little healing power tonight, would you? That reminds us to say thanks to the Orthopedic Center of the Rockies. Thanks to Chad Schmidt, our trainer on site here this weekend, taking good care of our student athletes. Rowdy Moon of Chadron College, College National finalist, Indian Style. Indian Style is that paint bucking horse that originally came from Beau Ladue. They won the Chris Ladue Days Rodeo on that horse. They won Laramie's Pro Rodeo. Let's see what Rowdy Moon can do for us tonight. He's number 4 in the region, and they say 68 points on the ride for Rowdy Moon. 68 points. That puts him in the number 2 spot. All of the bareback riders are going to receive 2 horses this weekend. We'll have an extended version of bareback riding Sunday during our short round, where we will see all 14 bareback riders compete on their second horse. 3J Livestock brings them to us. We end things out with what I believe to be the matchup of the night. Cole Rainier of Casper College. He's a college national finalist, a Mountain State Circuit finalist in Pro Rodeo, and he has drawn a Mountain State Circuit final selected bucking horse. This is Cowboy Show. Don't let the small size of this bucking horse fool you. It is electric and snappy, and I think will fit Cole's riding style perfectly. When we open up that chute gate, we're going to have a little T-Bird pride during this ride. He is number 3 in the region, so every point will count towards him qualifying to the College National Finals. How about a little T-Bird pride? Yes. What a beautiful ride. That is a sophomore that studies agribusiness, came to Casper from Buffalo. Let's see if our officials liked it as good as I did. They did. Let's put him into a tie in the number 1 spot. 76 points for Cole. 76. .276 is Cole Rainier of Casper. Chance Ames of Sheridan. They take the lead of the bareback riding. How about a hand to 3J Livestock for sponsoring the bareback riding here of the Roping and Rigging Days. Don't forget the Calcutta for all of those contestants that qualify into Sunday's championship round will take place at the Yellowstone Garage tomorrow at 8 p.m. Yellowstone Garage for our Calcutta. We focus our attention back down to the timed event side of the arena for the big guys in the steer wrestling. Shell Construction happens to sponsor our steer wrestling event. You know, inside that rodeo program, you can read about some of those great student athletes that wear the red and white of the T-Birds. Also a great message from our coaches. Of course, the head coach, Jed Johnson, the assistant coach, Sandy Bob Forbes. And also a great message from Dr. Darren Devine, the president's message right there on the inside cover. Shadron Cofield will be our first steer wrestler to go. Eastern Wyoming College student athlete who happens to be an all-around contender. You will find him in the number 1 spot in the tie-down roping in the Central Rocky Mountain region, trying to get some points here in the steer wrestling. First steer wrestler of our rodeo. Let's set the pace, Shadron. Big thanks to our friends at Big O Tires. Open Monday through Saturday right there on here in Casper. All right, Shadron Cofield. Wants that horse in the back corner of that box. Reaches out, now change that direction. Cofield gets it done. 7 seconds flat. On the run tonight, 7-0. We'll see a lot of Shadron tomorrow. As we mentioned, an all-around contender. For some great rodeo action, stir up some fun, July 5th through 13th, 2019, Central Wyoming Fair and Rodeo. CentralWyomingFair.com for the complete details and schedule. Brock Belcom, rodeos for Laramie County Community College in Old Cheyenne. Hard run and steer. They're going to get to him. Not yet. See, that flag is still up. And he has decided that he will not run that steer down. So in no time for Brock. Neil Jones. Rodeos for the Rustlers of Central Wyoming. Nice job on the Hayes inside to get out in front of that steer. Neal gets the job done. 6 and 7 to move into the lead. 6 and 7. So right after our bull riding tonight, we have brought back a great tradition of the wild ride. That will be sponsored by the Beacon Club. Go sneak into the Beacon. They sponsor our wild ride. Happy to have the wild ride back, the roping and rigging days. So make sure to stick around after the bull riding for the wild ride. Cole Brewer, Sheridan College. And if you have signed up for that wild ride and have not told us your theme yet, you might want to come up and do so as soon as possible. Whoa. Good to be up and walking right there, Cole Brewer. Tough go of things tonight. Right after our rodeo tomorrow afternoon, they're going to have an open breakaway roping. So make sure to stick around for that breakaway roping immediately following our performance tomorrow afternoon. And then once again, everybody invited to the Yellowstone Garage for the Calcutta. Roughly around 8 o'clock tomorrow night. It's going to be the place to be. Taylor Davidson, college national finalist, who rodeos for Central Wyoming College. Whoa, went to the nose and just lost a hold. So a no time for Taylor Davidson. Let's go to a young man that originally came to the Central Rocky Mountain region of the University of Wyoming from Arizona. Many of us in pro rodeo, we know him as a team roper. Won the Mountain State Circuit Finals a year ago. Went to the Ram National Circuit Finals rodeo down in Kissimmee, Florida. We're going to watch him team rope tomorrow, but now let's watch him wrestle some steers. J.C. Flake. Back to his feet in a hurry, isn't he? .9, that'll put him third here in the round. Nicely done. Maybe one day we'll see him in the timed event championships. Jake Floriancic, Pickens Tech. Oh, that end of that arena is fastly approaching. No time for Jake. Back down to Southern Colorado and Otero Junior College, they send us Cordell Davenport. Here is the steer wrestler that won the rodeo at Gillette earlier in the year. 6'7" in the lead. Cordell Davenport. Big thanks to Farm Credit Services of America, Wyoming Marketplace, Agricultural Works here, FCSAmerica.com. Here goes Cordell. Whoa! Now we'll stand him up. He's got to throw him down to the ground under his own power. He has no give up in him. (13-7) on the run for Cordell. 13-7. Oh, that steer wants to come back for more. All right, T-Bird fans, you can see Casper College riding into the box. Tanner McIerney, a freshman in the animal science program, originally from the Big Sky country of Montana. Can Casper get a steer wrestler into the championship round? T-Birds, where are you? Oh, Tanner. $8.3, let's put him in the number 3 spot in the steer wrestling, 8-3. Big thanks to Shell Construction for sponsoring the big guys of the steer wrestling here this weekend. Seth Peterson, who is number 5 in the steer wrestling standings. Top 3 of each event on the individuals make it to the college finals. Top 2 teams, both the men's and women's, will go as well. University of Wyoming steer wrestler is in the lead right now of the regional all-around standings. 3-event cowboy. We will move into the number 1 spot. 6 seconds flat for Seth Peterson. 6-0. So Seth will take the lead into tomorrow morning's slack with that 6-0. 6-7 for Neil Jones. 7 seconds flat in third for Shadron Cofield. Casper's in fourth at an 8-3. How about it for Shell Construction as they give us the big guys in the steer wrestling? Right there inside your rodeo program, you can see the ad for moss, saddles, boots, tack, and a whole lot more. They have 20% off boots and shoes. Save 10% store-wide when you tell them that you saw their ad in the T-Bird Rodeo program. Team roping time. It's a rough day at the office for our team ropers in slack this afternoon. 7-4, however, is in the lead, and it happens to be a pair of Casper T-Bird team ropers. McKenna Balkenbush and Case Thompson in the lead at 7-4. And when you take a look at the top 10 right now, 8-8 is Wade Monens and Owen Whalert. They are also from Casper, and they are sitting in the number 5 spot. We start it with a couple of red vests of Casper College. Wheaton Williams on the head side and Cash Hetzel on the heels. So the Central Rocky Mountain region rodeos this weekend here in Casper. Next weekend it is the final rodeo, and that is hosted by the University of Wyoming. Here is what is important for Cash Hetzel on that heel side. He is fourth in the individual standings right now, only 30 points out of the top 3 spot. Wheaton Williams on the head side happens to be the #1 header in the Central Rocky Mountain region. So an important run for the freshman and the sophomore of Casper College coming up. College national finalist on the head side with Wheaton Williams. He's the sophomore of this team. Business administration major from Sheridan. Cash Hetzel, he is the freshman business major from South Dakota. Let's rope him. Head loop, now Cash in for the heels, sets him down. Boy, they make that look easy. 7-5. 7-5. They are second behind their teammates McKenna Balkenbush and Case Thompson. Boy, that heel loop looked like a young man that wants to go to the college finals. We will be watching eagerly as we go to Tisha Cofield and Jet Hadley. University of Wyoming header and heeler. College national finalist. Colorado Pro Rodeo Association all-around champion on the heading side in Tisha Cofield. Tough go of things for Jet Hadley on the heels. Let's go for a team from LCCC. Justin Skarkield and Chase Miller. Turn and face, getting them tight. 9-4 on the run here for Justin and Chase, 9-4. That definitely puts them in the top 10. Salabusik and Cassidy March. Central and Laramie County. Boy, right on the corner. Come up with one. So 5 seconds in the field, 10 seconds at the line for a broken barrier. 23-7 will be the total time, 23-7. Taylor Latham from Gillette teaming up with Carter Elshier. We are going to see Carter Elshier in the saddle bronc riding just moments from right now. The Elshiers are striking once again in the Central Rocky Mountain region in the bronc riding. It unfortunately loses the rope before the steer stands. So no time for Taylor and Carter. Well, I like this next team. Jay Stout, Dusty Taylor. Jay Stout, a great all-around hand. He's the 4th or 5th cattle rancher from Colorado. Matter of fact, he won the all-around title in the Colorado Pro Rodeo Association. Mountain State Circuit finalist. Looks like we're going to roll down to Garrett Duncan and Colby Hetzel. So we'll brag on that team here in just a moment. Now let's brag on Garrett Duncan and Colby Hetzel, who are both in the top 8 right now in the Central Rocky Mountain region. It is an all Sheridan team. "7-4" is still in the lead of the roping. 7-5 is second. Tough go of things for the Sheridan team here. We go back up. Jay Stout, Dusty Taylor. So we told you that the header is a Mountain State Circuit finalist. Colorado Pro Rodeo Association all-around champ a year ago. Dusty Taylor on the heel side. Roped at the Cottage National Finals with his brother 2 years ago. See to watch this fancy black and white paint horse on the heel side. Slides him in, you bet. Let's move him into the number 1 spot, 7.2 for Jason Dusty. Cowboys in the lead in the team roping as we go to Jalea Blassingame, Brody Morgan, the Rattlers of Otero. Blassingame and Morgan. So the 5 seconds going to cost him 10-8 plus that 5, 15 and 8 for Jalea and Brody. 2 to go here in the team roping. Big thanks to Central Truck and to Big O Tires. They sponsor our team rope in action here at the Roping and Rigging Days. Braden Perung is a college national finalist who will be on the heading side of this team. He's from Eastern Wyoming. Jay Singer's from Gillette. It's a big run for these guys as they are number 4 in the heading and the heeling in the standings. Not very far out of the top 3 with this rodeo and one more to go. Oh, loses that rope. Watch out for them next week in Laramie. They're going to be going for those points. Final team to go is Jade Atkins and Connor Notwell. Final team is from Chadron and LCCC. Tough ending to the team roping. Well, we happen to have watched the fastest run of the rodeo so far. Jay Stout, Dusty Taylor, they take the lead at a 7-2. 7-4 with Casper's in second. 7-5 and Casper is in third. Casper's also in the top 10 with an 8-8. Let's say thanks to Central Truck and to Big O Tires. They sponsor the team roping. Nicely done. We go to the bucking chutes. Time to see some more bucking horses. Summit Pro Rodeo and from John Forbes as we go to the event sponsored by Chancey Williams and the Younger Brothers Band. We start the action in the bronc riding with Jake Foster out of Gillette College. Once again, if you have family or friends at home that are trying to watch the rodeo, the best place to do so, tbirds.cc, /caspercollege.edu. They can also go to the Facebook page, but they don't get to listen to the good music like from Chancey Williams on Facebook. They shut them down at the music, but they can still watch. Welcome to all of those watching. Jake Foster, let's ride this bucking horse. Shoot 3 for Jake Foster. Let's give a big thanks to the Orthopedic Center of the Rockies. We're off and riding. Jake's got one started. Look at this classy bronc ride. So just like in the bareback riding, half for the score on the horse, half for the rider. Way to set those feet to the front end and charge, Jake. $69 points on the ride tonight, 69. Good start to the bronc ride. So again, a big thanks to Dwayne Gilbert and Colt Hamaker. They are the pickup men. Chance Davis comes to us from Lamar. Chute 2 is where you want to watch the matchup start. And don't forget, right after the bull riding tonight, the tradition of the wild ride has been brought back. So be here to watch the wild ride. Looking for the top 10 to make it back to Sunday's championship round. Will we see Chance Davis there? Whoa. Wow. They will remember the John Forbes 203 horse there. Wow. Inside the back cover of our program, make sure to take a good look at all of the sponsors and the Casper College corporate partners. There is a long list of them. We say thanks to each and every one of them. Cody Kendrick, another bronc rider from Lamar. Cody Kendrick there for 8. So a chance to see him back on Sunday. That is the good news for Lamar. Five, 6, 56 will be the score, 56. Well, if you have been a bronc riding fan of the Central Rocky Mountain region for a probably better part of a decade and a half, you've heard the Elshere name in this region, and you've seen him go on to do some great things in pro rodeo. This will be Carter Elshear, Gillette College National finalist a year ago. Ruffled Feathers of Summit Pro Rodeo will be the horse. Carter comes from a great lineage of bronc riders. His dad, a Badlands Circuit champ. Cousin Cole, Uncle JJ, we've seen them at the national finals. We've seen them win this region. And now Carter Elshear, he is number 4, looking to punch his ticket to the College National Finals once again. Not only did he qualify a year ago to the College National Finals, when he was there, he had a dominating performance, finished number 3 in the nation. So he is eager to get back to try to win a national championship. Stay there, Carter. Yes. Boy, all of those Elshears ride the same. They go for it all. So Elshear puts the score together. $62 points for Carter Elshear. 62. It's another Elshear that we go to. Here's Trey Elshear of Gillette. We're going to have a correction on Carter's ride. It is actually a 72-point ride, 72. So that will move him into the number 1 spot here in the bronc riding. Let's see what Trey can get done. Always good to hear that 8-second buzzer. We are riding broncs. 5'9", 59 points on the ride there for Trey. That happens to be in the number 3 spot. We'll see if it's good enough to hold on to get into the top 10 for Sunday. Big ride coming up for Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark of Sheridan College is less than 120 points out of the top 3 in the bronc riding. Shameless, the name of the Palomino Bucket Horse. Whoa. Good one there from Summit Pro Rodeo. That is Shameless. Bringing down Trevor Clark. Dylan Schofield from Gillette will be our next bronc rider to watch. As we way over there to the number 1 buck and shoe. Once again, thanks to Chancey Williams of the Younger Brothers Band. Of course, Chancey, a former T-Bird member himself, regional champ bronc rider. He sponsors the saddle bronc riding of the Roping and Rigging Days. All right, Dylan. Nice ride by Schofield. Little flying dismount right at the 8. So as scores come up, we are going to put him into a tie for second place unofficially. 69 points on the ride by Dylan. 69. 72 still in the lead by Carter Elshear. So we go to Montana Barlow. Another Lamar bronc rider. All right, here's MONTANA Montana. That bay gilding right there goes by the name of Big Hole. One from Summit that we have seen at the Mountain State Circuit Finals of Rodeo. Don't hang your hat too low, Montana. So we have been told that he was offered a re-ride, so he must have been fouled, and he is going to take it. So we'll see Montana a little later on. Wyatt Atkinson from Casper College is going to be your next bronc rider. Wagon Wheel is the bucking horse, filling up a lot of chute number 3. Here's a freshman. The agribusiness program, originally from right here in Casper, so we can give him a lot of home field advantage. All right, Wyatt. T-Bird's ready to strike in the bronc riding. You know, it is unfortunate to see Wyatt come down before the 8, but I don't know if you noticed how that horse loved to buck after that. Rider dismounted. Boy, that is a good one there. Wagon Wheel. We're coming up here to this front buck and shoot. You can see another red vest of the T-Birds ready to ride. It happens to be Garrett Buckley. Here's the freshman that is representing Casper College. He just won the rodeo at Colorado State. He's number 3 in the region. Whoa, Garrett. As he comes down, he's a Mountain State Circuit finalist. Folks, I want you to lift his spirits. He's going to be riding for a chance to go to the college finals next week in Laramie. Here is a guy that we love to watch compete. And he does so in several events, not only in the Central Rocky Mountain region, but in pro rodeo as well. It's Brady Thurston. Now, Brady is 5th in the region. The guys that he is trying to track down, Carter Elshear's in 4th. In the region. He leads the rodeo right now. Garrett Buckley's in 3rd. He just came off of his horse a little early. So the door is open for Brady Thurston. He's a college finalist, Spotted Rabbit of the Summit Pro Rodeo. And that may just relieve a little bit of stress from Garrett Buckley as Brady comes down. So 72 in the lead, pair of 69, 2nd and 3rd. 59 is 4th, 56 is 5th. 5 qualified rides, 2 more chances to do. So we go to Josh Parker. Josh Parker, he's a rattler from Otero Junior College. I like this horse. This is Pawnee Bill. This horse usually has a lot of kick, a lot of timing. All right, Josh, let's go big. Yeah. Oh, in trouble. Wow. We're going to make sure that Josh is all right. Told you that that horse had a lot of kick right up over the front end. Josh goes, and you can see our athletic trainer, Chad Schmidt, Orthopedic Center of the Rockies, right there to greet him to make sure he is all right. So the guy that was offered a second chance was Montana Barlow. Last surprise will be his dancing partner here. Take two for Montana. We've seen this horse at the circuit finals. Montana Barlow, this is a good one. Take advantage of it. Last surprise, bringing down Montana Barlow. So that will end the bronc ride. Big thanks to Chancey Williams and the Younger Brothers Band for sponsoring the classic event of our game. Carter Elsher is the leader right now in the bronc riding, 72. We have 5 qualified rides on our way to 10. We'll see if we can get it filled up tomorrow afternoon. Don't forget, right after our bull riding, the Beacon brings us the wild ride. It is back by popular demand. So stick around after the bulls. Shifting gears to the breakaway roping. Moss, saddles, boots, and tack, and a whole lot more will bring it to us. They've got 20% off boots and shoes, 10% off store-wide. Located right there on West Yellowstone Highway here in Casper, thanks to Moss, saddles, boots, and tack. So the breakaway ropers had some rough luck here this afternoon in slack. Unless you were Bailey Miller of Casper, you are the leader so far at a 2-7. Casper has 4 breakaway ropers right now in the top 10. So we go to Joey Hamill of Lamar. The start to these runs, it was crucial to get the right start this afternoon. We are off on a good note here, 3-7. 3-7, and that run will move into the number 2 spot in the breakaway. That gives us 9 qualified runs. So we go to Cheyenne Jacobson. All right, Cheyenne Jacobs from Sheridan College. Ready to punch her ticket to Sunday's short round. For all of you breakaway ropers, the breakaway roping will happen, open breakaway roping will happen right after tomorrow afternoon's performance. Here's Cheyenne. Ain't no time. Brooke Howell from Gillette. Looking to keep her spot in the top 3. of the Central Rocky Mountain region. Comes into this rodeo in the number 2 spot. Won the rodeo last fall at Lamar Community College. We've seen the start mess up a few runs already today. Quite a few broken barriers in slack. See if we can't get that corrected here in our performance. Nice job of showing patience there at the line. 4-1. 4-1, and that is third in the breakaway. The breakaway roping that is held right after tomorrow's performance. Cash only entry, $75, top 15 to the short go. And it happens right after our performance tomorrow here at the arena. Kelsey Linsgrave, University of Wyoming, will be next to ride behind that barrier. Nicely done. However, that 2-7 or 2-7 goes to 12-7 with that barrier penalty, 12-7. The good news is that is tied for 8th and 9th right now. So we'll see how it holds up. Sydney Graff, LCCC breakaway roper. Sydney Graff in the number 8 spot in the Central Rocky Mountain region. Draws a hard running calf and unfortunately outruns the loop. All right, T-Bird fans, here's Rihanna Beck, sophomore at Casper College, a political science major. Will still, unfortunately for the T-Bird, does not come tight with a bell collar catch, so a no time. Four to go here in the breakaway. Cheyenne Montgomery is next. Chadron State College. Once again on Sunday morning, Easter service, church service, 8 o'clock. And our championship round featuring the top 10 in each event at 10. Tough go of things for Shania. LCCC will send us our next breakaway roper. Once again, thanks to Moss Saddles, Boots, and Tack. Mention the ad inside our rodeo program, 10% off store-wide, 20% off boots and shoes. Sydney Adamson, LCCC next to rope. Tough go for Sydney. Chris Rahill. We watched her at the College National Finals a year ago as a barrel racer. Top 10 in the breakaway rope, and right now, once again, we invite everybody out to the Yellowstone Garage tomorrow night. Food, drink, and then roughly around 8 o'clock, we'll get underway with our Calcutta of the short round. Give you an opportunity to have a little fun here on Sunday, watching how it all unfolds. It looked too easy running up to that calf like that. And that is unfortunate for Carissa. Final breakaway roper to go in our Moss Saddles, Boots, and Tack sponsored events. Kelsey Drinkall out of Otero. Well, bad news down at that barrier, broken barrier. 2-5 goes to 12-5. That is still in the top 10 in the breakaway roping. So as we end it, we say thanks to Moss Saddles Boots and Tack. The fastest time we saw tonight was Joey Hamill, who led us off with a 3-7. That is second in the round. Bailey Miller of Casper College still in the lead of the rodeo with a 2-7. So we'll see how it all unfolds in the breakaway. Driven Motorsports sponsors the tie-down roping. In the tie-down roping, 10-2 is in the lead. Houston Brown of LCCC, who we will see later on in the wild ride. But let's start things off here in the tie-down roping with a Casper T-Bird. Tanner McGurney. Watched Tanner earlier on. This is a freshman. Animal science major. Alzada, Montana. 3-event contestant. Looks like you may have got hung up just a little bit on that long rope. We've got some time to make up. Bad news at the start, however, a broken barrier. We'll turn the 14-2 to a 24-2. (24-2) is currently 9th in the round. We go to Laramie County Community College and Caden Lapp. So Caden Lapp, LCCC, looking to get the start just right. Fancy Roan Horse is going to keep the rope tight. String the first one, bring the two hind legs up. It's like he nailed the start just right. Tie inspection, 6 seconds. The calf has to stay tied. It is good. How about 12-2 to move into the third fastest time that we've seen? 12-2 for Caden. Nicely done. I like the Roan Horse. Brandon Butterfield, Eastern Wyoming College. Send us our next tie-down roper. Driven Motorsports. That's our sponsor of the tie-down roping. So we get the calf standing. Brendan Butterfield makes quick work on the ground. That was a fast run for as far as he ran that calf. 10.8. Let's put him in the number 2 spot. 10 and 8 for Butterfield. LCCC will send us our next tie-down roper, Cole Patterson. So Cole Patterson, LCCC. Tough go of things for Cole. This next guy's in his first year of college rodeo is a dominating force in Colorado High School rodeo, Jace Roselle. Second, third generation tie-down roper. Oh, bummer. Driven Motorsports sponsors the tie-down roping as we go to Taylor Davidson. Second time we've seen Taylor here tonight, multi-event contestant. And we go to Central Wyoming College for this tie-down roper. And a swing and a miss. Right out to the side for Taylor. All right, let's get our tie-down rope in order to get it turned around. Started out great. Hit a little rough patch as we go to Colton Reed. Patience at the line. Now let's make up some time. Asking that horse to keep that rope tight. Horse says, not today. So Colton does a good job pending the tie inspection, 12-4, which is fifth in this tie down roping, 12-4. Here we go to Seth Peterson, the number one cowboy in the all-around race. We watched him at the very end of the steer wrestling throw the fastest run so far. Seth Peterson's fourth in the tie-down standings. University of Wyoming Cowboy. He was fifth in the steer wrestling when he moved into the lead. He's fourth in the tie-down roping, and 10-2 is in the lead. He knows there's a lot on the line, so he's going to make sure things are just right before he releases this calf. University of Wyoming chases on. Peterson quick to that calf. Watch the quick set of hands. You bet. So we patiently await the tie inspection. 6 seconds can seem like an eternity, but we will move into the number 3 spot. 11 seconds flat for Seth Peterson. He is having a dominating performance tonight. When you take a look at the standings, the University of Wyoming men's team has a commanding lead in the region. However, there's about 4 teams trying to go for the number 2 spot. It was a year ago at this rodeo that Casper College really turned it up and made it into the final 2. And a lot of it was due to this guy, Logan Brown. He has been to the last 2 college national finals. He's in his senior year here at Casper College. This guy excels when the pressure's put on. Nicely done. Now be smooth, Logan, be smooth. Oh, and that calf kicks free. So no time for the T-Bird here. Folks, he's in his senior year, and he's had a great time wearing the colors of the T-Birds to the college finals. How about a nice little salute to Logan Brown? Final tie-down roper to go, and that is Caden Camp, University of Wyoming. He won the rodeo at LCCC last fall. Now time to run. 10-second penalty at the barrier. So the 11.5 goes to 21.5. So we close out the Driven Motorsports tie-down roping. The fastest run of the night was Seth Peterson, 11 seconds flat. That puts him in the number 3 spot. Houston Brown of LCCC is in the lead of the rodeo, 10-2. How about a salute to the tie-down ropers? Thank you to Driven Motorsports. We get set for the barrels and say thanks to Cox Trucking. They are the sponsor of our barrel race. Boy, we had a tough barrel racing slack. We ran through 63 barrel racers this afternoon, and when it was all said and done, Carson Bradley has the fastest run so far. The Central Wyoming College at a 15-17. Casper has 2 in the top 10 right now, including Michaela Seeley, who is second with a 15-19, and Afton Peterson, who is 10th with a 15-62. T-Bird fans will have 2 opportunities to cheer here in the barrel race for the T-Bird team. 2nd and 9th out on the ground. All right, barrel pattern is set. Started with the champ of this rodeo from a year ago, Kelsey Linsgrave, University of Wyoming, College National finalist. Top 10 in the Central Rocky Mountain region. Look at the buckskin horse hunt those barrels out. Let's go to the finish line. 15:03, the fastest run of the rodeo. And now 10th place is 15:54 as we go to Casper College and the freshman Kristen Williams, pre-nursing student from Boulder, Wyoming. Let's go T-Birds. All right, T-Birds, bring the thunder. (15-73), 15-7-3, solid run. Let's go to Brooke Howell. Now on the good barrel horse. Just had a great run in the breakaway. Gillette College heads to the right barrel first. Good around 2. Brooke, let's run to the finish line. 15:27. That is in the top 10. Boy, it is getting tough. 10th place, 15:51 now. So we got a Brianna Williams, Chadron State College. Nice stop. 15:33. It just keeps getting tougher. 15:33. That is in the top 10. Moves 10th place to 15:43 now. Kaylin Starkey, Northeastern Junior College. Once again, a big thanks to Cox Trucking for sponsoring the barrels. (17:52). 17:52 on the run here. We hand rake after 5. Flag is up for the #1 barrel racer in the region, Rachel Calvo, University of Wyoming. She's won the rodeos at Lamar and at Chadron, has a 10-point lead for that #1 spot. First barrel racer of the night to go to the left. Can she hold on to that #1 spot going into the final rodeo of the year? Wyoming. 15:08. She is second. That means you got to be faster than 15:33 to have a chance. What a tough barrel racing. Cara Benavides, Chadron State, be next to run. Paint horse goes to the left. Nice job around the second. Chadron State to the finish line. (17:10). 17:10. Chrissy Vandervoort, Sheridan College, will be next to run. Hits a gate of running. Nicely done. Excellent around the second. Sheridan College barrel racer headed to that finish line. Clock stops. 15:56. 15:56. That would have entered the night in the top 10. Casper College, get ready for Bailey Peterson. She is a sophomore studying elementary education. Originally from right here in Casper, a little home field advantage. Little Casper pride. $15.83 on the run here. Nice run, 15.83. Final barrel racer to go here in our Cox Trucking sponsored event. Aspirin Jeffress, University of Wyoming. Digs down deep, gets it on the way by. So a 5-second penalty for that knockdown barrel. We'll round the third and head for home. But with the penalty on the line, 15.76 goes to 20 and 76. Fastest run of the rodeo led us off tonight. Kelsey Linsgrave, who won this rodeo a year ago, is in the lead once again, 15.03 for the University of Wyoming. 15.33 is 10th. What a tough barrel racers. Let's salute them. So as we get ready for the bull ride, don't forget that the wild ride happens right after. That's a great tradition that has been brought back. We want to kind of find out where some school pride is. Who is here from the University of Wyoming? What about Colorado State University? A few more of you, huh? Otero, are you loud and proud tonight? We are getting ready to go to the bull riding. And as we do so, let's welcome our bullfighters. You know, no offense to any bullfighters sitting in the audience tonight, but these are the favorite two to watch when they work together. Say hello to Zach Duvall of Colorado, Matthew Nichols out of Wyoming. And Summit Pro Rodeo brings us the bulls. Looking for 10 to fill our championship round, A.J. Neal from Lamar. Shoot 4 is where we start. Cannonball and A.J. Neal. Paint Rock Adventures is our bull riding sponsor tonight. Here's AJ. Cannonball brings down A.J. Neal to start off for Paint Rock Adventures bull riding. Move right up the line to Seth Green, LCCC. Bullwhip. Spot-faced bull has a lot of power when he gets into that spin. When you say power and spin, direction change, that's what our officials are looking for on the bull side, where they're putting points together on this ride. I told you Bullwhip has a lot of power in that spin. Brings down Seth Green. Whoa, look out. Two up, two down. Big ride coming up for Tyrell Fisk. He placed second at Sheridan's Rodeo earlier this year. Jade is the name of this bull, and he is no day off. This bull has bucked off some big names in pro rodeo. So Tyrell Fisk, just outside of the top three. He can get there this weekend. Makes a big move. What an effort. What an effort on Jade. The number one bull rider in the Central Rocky Mountain region is getting ready to ride. Kobe Johnson of Sheridan. Won the rodeo at Torrington, won the rodeo at Cheyenne. Cole is the high horn bull. It's another bull that'll get into that spin. So a good matchup on paper. This high horn bull and Kobe Johnson. See if he can hold on to that number one spot in the region going into the final rodeo next week. Oh, Matthew and Zach. So the number one bull rider will leave us with an O score. Let's go to Jaron Sturgis, LCCC. So we shift over to shoot three. Wreck-It Ralph. They were in the mid-80s on this bull at the Extreme Bulls at Fort Mojave, Arizona. They were in the mid-80s on this bull at the Extreme Bulls at Rapid City. Jaron Sturgis, you've drawn a good one. It's like Wreck-It Ralph kind of laying down there on the job. Boy, these bulls are smart. He is going to have to re-pull that rope. Stay right there, Jaron. Boy, Wreck-It Ralph had some dirty moves. Jaron Sturgis, we're going to wait for official word to see if he was there for 8. And it looks like he came down, slapped that bull prior to the 8-second mark. So a no score. How about we pay off the effort Jaron Sturgis showed us tonight? We move to chute 2. Cole Olson. It's a big ride for Cole Olson tonight as well. Bell ringer. Watch this high horn bald face bull. Oh, look out. So bell ringer gives a little extra shot to Cole Olson. So far, the Bulls are winning Summit Pro Rodeo. Let's go to Dylan Grant. We move back over to chute 6, it looks like. Dylan Grant, Sheridan College, AJ's Outlaw, the Red Bull. I say Dylan Grant's going to ride this one. They were in the money on this bull at a bull riding in Laramie about a month ago. So Dylan, let's get the job done, Sheridan College. Well, we have a bull ride in the books. So they're giving us a signal of an option. If I was Dylan Grant, I'd probably take the score because more than likely you've already punched your ticket to the championship round. And you may or may not have anybody join you there on Sunday. So they're going to talk to him to find out. As we get ready to ride, Akai, Colorado State. Alki just got bucked off of a circuit finals Buck and Bull Battle 1. Let's go to Miles Engelbert. So Dylan Grant's score was 55, and he is elected to keep that 5-5. Miles Engelbert coming off a win at Colorado State University 2 weeks ago. Smokestack. If this bull has his usual trip, he's going to get a little air time. Won the short round in Laramie a month ago. As our Paint Rock Adventures bull riding comes to an end, we're going to get ready for the wild ride. Don't move a muscle. The wild ride has been brought back. Paint Rock Adventure sponsors the bull ride. Dylan Grant The only man to ride for 8 seconds, 55 points. How about a salute to Dylan Grant to get the job done? So the wild ride took about a 2-year hiatus and is back. So the wild ride is brought to us by the Beacon. Go sneak into the Beacon. Here's what happens in the wild ride. Bronc rider will get dressed up in a costume and try to ride. There's really no rules to ride, just get the job done. We'll score them just like we do ranch broncs. And we do have some interesting costume choices. Once again, brought to us by the Beacon. The Beacon, a Casper tradition, just like the wild ride is a tradition. Well, we're getting the wild ride off to a fine start, aren't we? You said, I saw that costume, and there's no way you're getting on me. So tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock is when Slack gets underway. 1 o'clock performance. Right after that performance, we will host the breakaway roping. Once again, the open breakaway, $75 cash entry, top 15 to a short round. Roughly around 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we want everybody to be at the Yellowstone Garage. It is going to be a great time. Yellowstone Garage has some great food and drink. We are also going to host the Roping and Rigging Calcutta, where we will auction off all of the contestants one by one for that championship round. So the Calcutta, make sure to join us. Make sure to join us tomorrow night, roughly around 8 o'clock, Yellowstone Garage. It is the place to be. So we know we have 6 riders. We're going to watch Jake Foster of Gillette, Trey Elshier, Gillette, Wyatt Atkinson of Casper, Houston Brown, LCCC, Gannon Johnson, Eastern, and Colt Ferguson, University of Wyoming. We'll wait to tell you their costumes until they get ready to ride. All right, big thanks to the Beacon for sponsoring our wild ride. They're just about ready to go. We've got some wild costumes to show you. So it's shoot three. It looks like Colt Ferguson. Nope. The hippie. So Colt Ferguson surprised us. We had no idea. 71 on the ride. He's the only one we didn't have a clue, but the tie-dye kind of gave it away. 71 for Colt. Trey Elshier is going to be next to ride. Trey Elshier is dressed up as Hugh Hefner. All right, Trey Elshier is Hugh Hefner. The scary part is all the bunnies on the back of the chutes are fellow bronc riders. All right, Trey. Hugh Hefner lighting the cigar. Oh! There's a little added incentive to ride when you dress up as Hugh. Yeah, look at the Playboy. We were just hoping there's shorts on under the robe. 73 for the hef. 73. Here's what's scary is this isn't even planned out to go back to back. We just had Hugh Hefner. Now we have the Easter Bunny. Jake Foster is the Easter Bunny. Look, Hugh's looking at the bunny. All right, Jake Foster, Gillette College. Easter Bunny. Don't break the eggs. Oh, I love it. How about an 82-point ride? all the kids in the audience, Easter egg hunt, 6 o'clock, right? All right, Casper College is getting ready to ride. Wyatt Atkinson is a jockey. What if that hat has one of those spinny things on top? So Wyatt Atkinson, the jockey. Call to the post for Wyatt. Here we go. And they're off. Whoa! Hey, Wyatt, you missed weight by 60 pounds. So Gannon Johnson will be getting ready to ride. He actually had a costume change. So originally it was supposed to be Dale Brisby, but now it's the sharp-dressed man. Shoot 5. Eastern Wyoming. Gannon, you're safe and sound. You know what? That's super puncher there, bud. For a guy that was scared to hit the ground, he scores 72 points. 72. So our final wild ride rider will come to us from LCCC. Earlier today, he turned in the fastest tie-down roping run so far. Now he's on a wild ride. That is Houston Brown. And Houston Brown is Mary Poppins. All right, Mary Poppins, take flight. Yeah. All right, we're looking for our guy with the numbers through all the baby powder. 71 points on the ride, 71. So that means Jake Foster, the Easter Bunny, is the champion. Thank you to the Beacon for sponsoring the wild ride. How did you enjoy rodeo here at the Roping and Rigging Days? Don't forget Slack 9 a.m. performance at 1. Breakaway roping will go right after that. And then we want to invite everybody out to our Calcutta tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Yellowstone Garage. That is the place to be. We'll see everybody tomorrow bright and early.